Welcome back to Market Pros. My name is Bryant, and here we have Bitcoin on the 1 hour. Alright, so what we're going to talk about, whether this is just a retest of the range lows, previous range lows, or whether we're going to be able to enter back in this range and break back above it. And this was the downward move, and this was a bear trap. Now we'll go over a little past history real quick. Got some Wyckoff schematic right now, some distribution. First you had your preliminary supply, your buying climax, your automatic reaction, secondary test, minor sign of weakness. Then you had your up thrust. All right, came back down, up came back up for a UTAD up thrust after distribution and its test. But then you had another one. Which was kind of uncommon, but faked everybody out nonetheless. Came back down, came back up for your retest of the last point of supply, top of the range. Fell below. Once we dropped below our range, we got our measured move pretty quickly. Alright, and then that's where we bounced from. I mean, we basically right on the money of our measured move. Like right on the money. And then now we're heading back up. Now, do we get to the 22,400 like we were talking about 2 days ago and then get rejected, or do we get up a little higher to maybe 22,600 where we have that order block that we're going to talk about as well? So basically we need to get back above 22,800 in order for us to be bullish again and this be a confirmed bear trap. Alright, let's go over here. So yeah, like I was saying, here's 22,600 at the top of this order block. That we have fallen below, so it's going to be major resistance now. Now, stochastic is pointed to the upside, coming out of that oversold region, so I do expect a little more of a bounce here. I do expect us to go up to 22,600, maybe just 22,400, but I do expect us to at least go to 22,400. So we got between 22,400 and 22,600. Alright, and that's basically where I'm looking at for the bounce. This is on the daily, by the way. Let's go to the 1 hour, see if there's anything there. Alright, so let's see here. Yeah, 22,600 is at the top of this bearish supply block. So like I said, that's going to be major resistance right there. Major resistance. I'm going to go ahead and put it back on the daily. Let's go over here. Being held down by the 200 right now, but we do have this multi-crossover on the moving averages, 2150 and your 100. So if we can break that 200, like I said, I do think we go up to 22,400. 22,600 is the more likely target though. 22,600 would be what I'd be looking at back on these lows. VPVR level. Right now your RSI grinding out the top of that, or the bottom of that bullish control zone, being held up by your signal line this whole way. Nice support. MACD curling over a bit, positive momentum, stable but waning. So are we just going to get the test of the signal line and continue back up with this bounce? If we get the cross on the 1 hour, we're probably going to come down to 22K. Now if 22K breaks, 21,800 is next. Basically where this POC, point of control, in the VPVR is, and this 100. Alright, BBWP touching the ceiling right now. If this does curl over and we cross this moving average, we're probably just going to go sideways a little bit down to the right, following this 200. Now, if it continues to stay up, like I said, if we break that 200, we're going to go to those upper levels. Now, if we can break 22,800, basically this last breakdown point right here, 22,850 would be what I'd like to see. All right, and this big VPVR level right here, it's basically second to the POC right now. If we could do that, I mean, I think we go all the way back up to 24,300, like maybe even the 25s. All right, now if we do break 21,320. Alright, basically these last lows right here, I do think we go down to 20,900. Break that, 20,400. We break that, probably 16K. Alright, That's what I'd be looking at. I do think the low could be in at this point, but I would not be surprised if we come down back around it. There's a lot of indicators going on right now that are saying that the bottom is in, but that does not mean that we can't go back down and test it. Like if this thing rolls over right here, goes sideways a little down to the right, and rolls over and breaks this last low, that's going to look like a head and shoulders. The measured move of that head and shoulders. Now this is crystal ball bullshit right now. Alright, so basically the measured move would be around about 18,300. So, but there's a lot of inefficiency right here, so I don't see why we wouldn't come all the way down to 17K. But like I said, that's just crystal ball. It's just crystal ball crap right there. Just thinking of different scenarios. So right now, the longer we go sideways, the more likely it is that we break out to the upside. All right. But like I said, if we do break this last low, at 21,350 would be what I'd be looking at. I do think we would head down quite a bit to that 20,900. Trying to get this damn thing in there. Alright, there we go. But put an alert there. You kind of guess what I'd be doing. And yeah, I mean, if that happens, whichever level this breaks, we're going to come back to it. Alright, so let's move on to Ethereum. By the way, if you guys are liking this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Check out the links in the description below. One being the Discord. A lot of good conversation there. Join the Discord. Okay, so here we have Ethereum. Once again, trying to get that multi-crossover, being held down by the 200. Now, the RSI is in the bullish control zone for Ethereum. Ethereum's looking pretty good right now. MACD. Pretty fresh cross to that zero line. Positive momentum, stable but waning a bit. Starting to curl over a little bit. We need to keep that strong upside momentum. BBWP is curling over. If it crosses its moving average, we're probably just going to bounce between the 21 and the 200. It looks better than it looks worse. That's for sure. It looks better than it looks worse. I'd say 65, 70% bullish, which could mean that that Bitcoin could be a little more to the upside as well. But like I said, the more we go sideways, the better of a chance we have of breaking to the upside. So we either need to go sideways or break out in order to start putting that favor into the upside. And yeah, quick and easy. You break 1472 on a 1 hour closure, probably going to 1400. Alright, if you can break the 100 in this VPVR level of 1570, next stop is 1620, then 1650, then 1685. Alright, pretty clear cut. Let's move on to Solana. Solana is actually above its 200, being held up by the 21, getting rejected from the bullish control zone below its signal line. MACD either getting that test, we could be getting across. Solana is on the brink. Alright, Solana could roll over right here. But if Bitcoin goes up, it's going to carry the rest of the market. Yeah, the longer Solana just stays right here, though, and creates some stability on top of that 21, the better it's going to look. But this could be a double top. You know what I mean? That would be the bearish case. The bearish case is that it's a double top and you break all your moving averages and the POC point of control at 2075. You break 2075, obviously you're going to get a bounce at about $20. But ultimately, I think you would come back down to 17, 18. Nah, man, I think you would come down to 1670. 1670 would be the next stop for Solana. Now, if you can break out above this last high right here, get clear above that 200 at 2250. If you break 2250, I mean, the POC is probably the next stop at 2425. I mean, that's a big move. So, yeah, we'll keep you up to date every single day. If you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel. What are you doing? We bring you this content every single day. Turn on those bell notifications so you get notified with this time-sensitive content. I wish everyone well. I will see you tomorrow.